What's up, everyone? It's your girl Janelle J. Anse. Come on up in here, honey. Welcome to Home Cooked Convos. Yes, we're gonna have an amazing show tonight. Hey, Miss Yvette, I'm gonna let you in here, girl, in just a minute, honey. Yes, let me go on and cut my music off, honey. Yes, I see Miss Yvette. Yes, yes. Let me go on and let Miss Yvette in here. Yes, Miss Yvette. Yes. Hey, Miss Yvette.
How are you?
How you doing, boo?
I'm good. You know, it's funny. As soon as I click the link, my dog is now barking like a crazy person.
Oh, I heard a dog. Look, that's all right. I heard a
Here,
dog.
wait. Can you talk amongst yourself for just a second? Let me just see
Yeah,
what's
go
going
ahead.
on here. Okay, I'll be back.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Because I got to fix my wardrobe anyway, honey. Yes, my wardrobe acting crazy today. Child. My wardrobe, honey. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Home Cooked Combos. I'm your girl, Janelle J. Anse. And we're going to have a fabulous night tonight, honey. Yes. Miss Yvette had to disappear for a little bit, y'all. She'll be back in a minute. Girl, I had to fix my wardrobe anyway, girl, because I did not want no nipple popping out or nothing. So I was like, Lord, let me fix this wardrobe, child. Yeah, because we all getting ourselves together, so that's all right.
All right, I'm coming back.
No, you fine, boo. I had to fix my wardrobe anyway.
I live in a neighborhood where there's one house where they do a lot of filming. Mm-hmm. They have, I guess, the kind of house people like to film at. And so every time somebody wants to film at their house, they have to get permission from all the other neighbors. So there was somebody outside, like, I'm like, brother, come on, spit it out. The dog is barking. I got to get away. What do you need? Come on.
Because you know how it is. It's anytime a dog, my mom has a little dog, and I told you my mom is from Tennessee. Yeah. My mother has a dog, Miss Yvette, and anytime somebody barks or walks up near the house, the dog just going crazy.
Loses it. And the person was standing outside. So like if they drop something off, sometimes I can calm them back down. But if they're just still standing there, they will bark until they go away. So I knew it was about to be a mess.
Oh, yes.
How you doing?
How you doing? First of all, let me make sure. Can you hear me and see me okay?
I can.
Okay. We got to make sure the technology and stuff, because you know how Instagram be acting crazy, girl.
I do know that.
Yes. First of all, Ms. Yvette, I want to ask you, thank you for coming on my show tonight.
Oh, of course. I told you I'd do it.
I knew you would, but I knew you've been busy, because I remember I saw you yesterday go live with Missy Lexus, and she will be on the show coming up on the 19th.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, she'll be on the show. So I saw when you say you had just got out of work and you say you was tired, and you were saying you need to get in the house and your mom and stuff and all that stuff. So I would say thank you for taking time out of your busy day.
My pleasure.
I appreciate you coming on my show tonight.
My pleasure.
And first of all, before we get started, guys, how me and Miss Yvette met, it was last year. It was an impromptu live. She was live on her platform. And I didn't, Miss Yvette, I didn't have my wig on. I didn't have nothing on.
You got it together though quick though, didn't you?
Oh, I got it together real quick, didn't I? So
yes, you did.
I didn't have no wig on, nothing. So I chimed in with Miss Yvette, so I had to throw my wig on real fast. So, and then I invited her on my season 2 of Home Cooked Convos, and she came and graced my platform, and I really appreciate you being here.
I want to answer a question. Someone, Amira Elise, no, I haven't been in Memphis or Tennessee. I don't know. That wasn't me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody asked you questions already, girl.
Somebody asked if I was in Tennessee.
Yeah, I know it. Well, Miss Yvette, you look lovely.
Thank you. I had a full day of press for my show Big Shot comes out on the 16th on Disney Plus. We have a full day of press. So I kept these lashes on and this beat on as long as I could, because I knew I had to come talk to you. I said, try to keep it together.
Go to keep it together, girl. Yeah, look, we're going to have a good old fun time, and then I'm going to let you go on your merry way. So I ain't going to take up too much of your time. Well, first of all, welcome to Home Cooked Convos. I am your girl, Janelle J. Anse, and welcome to Home Cooked Convos. And I have the pleasure of welcoming actress, comedian, director, writer, and host, Miss Yvette Nicole Brown. Yes.
Hey, I love that. I get comedian a lot, but I'm not a comedian. I've never done stand-up in my life. I'm just a funny actress. But
you're just a funny actress. But you know what's so funny? When I was doing my when I was just making sure I learned everything about you, every time under your accolades, they always have you as a comedian.
I know, and I always correct them because I respect comedians too much. I've never done stand-up. I'm just from Cleveland, and Cleveland people are fools, so I like to act a fool, but I'm not a comedian.
We just naturally funny, right?
Exactly.
Well, Miss Yvette, like I said, thank you so much for coming on my show and gracing my platform, because I know
My
you're a very
pleasure.
busy woman and you're such a humble and genuine person. I really appreciate it. And how it goes, I'm just going to go ahead and get through some interview questions and have a little fun. And then towards the end, if time permits, we'll answer some questions from the audience.
Sure.
And that way we won't get all distracted from the comments and stuff, because they can
Okay.
get crazy. So do you want me to keep the comments on or cut them off? What you
You
think?
do whatever you want. I'm fine with it either way.
Okay.
If you want me to ignore them, I'll ignore them. So everybody, I'm not going to look at what you're saying until she says I can. But go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, we'll answer questions towards the end, but I'll leave them on. That way people can feel like they're engaging and stuff like that. So I keep them on. Then guys will answer questions towards the end.
Okay.
Yes. First of all, first things first, let me say we need to stop all this violence against our Asian community. That our Asian brothers and sisters. First of all, let me ask, Miss Yvette, I got a fan going on. Can you hear the humming in the back, or is it okay?
You know, I can't hear your fan because my fan is on. So
okay,
you need to ask them if they can hear us with both of our fans on.
Let me say, can y'all hear a humming in the back, or we sound loud and clear? Because I got my fan on, because I got this makeup on and I'm hot.
My fan is on too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my Sora. Hey, Sora. Yeah, my fan is on too. Can you guys hear us well?
Can y'all hear us okay? Give us a little, give us a thumbs up and say the sound is clear and good. Yes. I think people coming in and just say.
Okay. No, you can't hear us, or no? No
humming.
Okay,
no humming. Nope, loud and clear. Sound great. Thank you, Javin. Javin said we sound great. Good. All right. First and foremost, we got to stop this hate against our Asian brothers and sisters. And if you want to know where to go to stop hate, you can go to aapi.org and find out ways how you can help our Asian brothers and sisters. Because we see on the news all the time, Miss Yvette, like I live in New York City. I'm on the East Coast, you on the West Coast. I saw somebody, it was an 80-year-old Asian woman just walking, and somebody pushed her down off the street.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's out of control. We got to stop the violence against the Asians and brothers and sisters. So real quick, Miss Yvette, what do you think about all this Asian violence and stuff that's going on?
I mean,
all spewed by former number 45 when he said Chinese virus.
Yeah.
So when he said Chinese virus, now all these less than smart people are going around thinking every Asian brought the coronavirus over here. Girl, get into it. What you think?
I mean, I think it's horrible. I mean, I've spoken a lot about that horrible man and the evil and the darkness and the racism that he brought back to life while he was in office. So the fact that so many people spoke up and said that him calling it the Wuhan virus and the China virus and the Kung flu and all these really horrible racist things he said, everyone told him, you are going to cause people to be hurt. You are going to create a dangerous environment for Asian Americans, and he didn't care. So now here we are in the same way we're dealing with over 500,000 deaths because of coronavirus. It's because this man that thing, because he's not a man, didn't care about anyone but himself.
No.
You know, and so those of us that know better, those of us that know that this is a hot mess, need to speak up and against it. And that's what we all do. I don't think we should have to tell you to stop Asian hate. I shouldn't have to tell you Black Lives Matter. There are certain things, we're human beings. All of this is melanin. Some people got a lot of it. Some people have none of it. What's the big deal?
Absolutely, Miss Yvette. Absolutely. We can go on and on with that topic. Yeah. And also, we got to stop this gun violence. Ever since we started to gradually open, we've seen 3 gun violences that happened, mass killings that just happened. We got to put an end to the gun violence. I know with this new administration, the Biden administration, they're trying to really get gun laws passed and you know, better background checks and stuff like that. But this gun violence has gotten out of control.
Yeah.
Bottom line, it's got out of control.
Yeah, it's bad.
And
so
so much, girl, so much, Miss Yvette. I can't even get into it. That'd be a whole nother show.
That's
and
right.
like in New York City, they always say on the subway, if you see something, say something.
Right. Exactly.
So basically, if you see something, y'all say something. Like in New York, when you get on the subway, the little computer always say, if you see something, say something. So if y'all see hate against Asian people or Asian community, y'all please speak up, say something. If you see gun violence or somebody who's about to turn to do something, speak up and say something. Bottom line, period.
Yeah, so true.
Yes. Well, Miss Yvette, you look nice and lovely. Before we get into it, Miss Yvette, you know I'm a fool. You know I'm a whole fool. Remember last time I was on my show, you know I'm crazy.
Thank you.
we are gonna play a fun little game. It's called
Okay.
rapid fire. It's
Okay.
rapid fire. Okay. What I'm gonna do is ask you a question, and you're gonna spit out the first thing that come to mind.
Okay.
You know, and then we'll get on to the questions. Now, Miss Yvette, your favorite ice cream, is it chocolate or vanilla?
Oh, I gotta choose from what you said.
Yeah, I know. Well, if
But
you had to
I'll
choose,
say vanilla, but it's really not vanilla.
girl, look, mine ain't either. Cause look, I asked that question, girl. Mine is orange sherbet ice cream.
Yeah. I like anything lemon sherbet or lemon sorbet.
I love orange sherbet ice cream.
Yeah.
Exactly. What's your favorite scented candle?
Ooh, I love anything that smells like fresh laundry. So like anything that's like cotton or fresh linen, or I just love that smell. I love the smell of fresh laundry. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love fresh laundry, girl. I love linen smell. I love, like, around the Christmas time, that grandmama apple pie candle.
Yes, all good.
And all them candle scents. Yes. What is your spirit animal if you could pick one, Miss Yvette?
I'm a Leo, so I got to go with lion.
Lion, yes.
They're strong and fearless, and so I'm going with lion.
And me, I'm a Capricorn, so that's goat, which means we may move at a slower pace, but at the end of the day, we always get the job done.
Yeah, love it.
Very, very determined. Yes. And if you had a superpower, what would it be if you had superpowers?
Ooh, that's tough because sometimes I say invisibility, but you know what? I think I would want to teleport. I think I'd want to be able to just pick where I want to be and close my eyes and appear there. So teleportation would be cool.
That would be cool. Like the transformation chamber on Family Matters when Steve Urkel got in that transformation chamber.
That's transformation. But I mean, I really want to be like in my mind, like I want to be in Paris, France, and close my eyes and open my eyes and I'm in Paris, France, like that. Like I want to teleport.
You want to teleport, girl?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Now, what's a fun fact about you that we don't already know?
I'm a pretty open book. I could win an Olympic medal in napping.
Oh, so you like to take a nap,
I'm a really
girl.
good sleeper. I'm a good sleeper. I can't sleep through the night, but in the middle of the day, I can grab like 3 hours without even thinking about it.
And girl, back in you from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm from Tennessee, so in the South, my grandma used to say, "Get your butt up and stop taking them cat naps."
I believe in a cat nap. Again, I'm a Leo. So I believe
yes. My grandmother be like, get up and stop taking a cat nap. You ain't gonna be up on me all night.
I love it.
You know how they do. Yes. Now we're gonna get into some questions. Now, Miss Yvette, your first appearance, girl, see, you didn't think I'm old school. Miss Yvette, I'm 38. I'm a millennial.
I love it.
People don't know. Your first appearance was in One for All for One by East Coast Family.
Yeah.
When he said, "My name is Fruit Punch, but I don't get out much."
That's right.
But here's a faggot in video. See, y'all don't know. But they come out different flavors. ABC's up first.
Hey, yo.
These kids are major. Girl, don't get me started to eat. I may be, what's up with me and the East Coast Family.
That's it.
Girl, they don't understand. Please listen to my demo. Please listen to my demo.
Yeah, that was my start.
That was your start, girl.
Yeah, East Coast Family. Yeah.
So, okay. So how did that come about? How did that opportunity come about?
I was in my first or second year of college. I can't remember now, but BBD came to town and I wanted to be a singer. So I found out where they were staying and I hung out in their lobby until they came in and I asked to sing for Michael Bivins and I sang for him and he signed me to the East Coast Family and I had a record deal. I was like 19 years old. So.
Oh my God. Isn't it amazing? Isn't how God opens doors? I always say to people, what's designed for you is designed for you.
100%. It's so true.
You can't put no round peg in a square hole.
That's right. You gotta wait for your turn, wait for your opportunity.
Yes. My old pastor back in Tennessee used to always say, do not be anxious for nothing but for prayer and supplication. And the peace. Yep. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding. Even if you can't explain why it ain't there, why it ain't happening, why is it like this, why is it like this, why am I mad, why am I crying? God said, I'm not going to give you what you want when you want it. I'm going to give you when you need it.
Right.
Because our time is not our time. but God's time is our time.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
All good. But speak that word.
You better speak the word, honey. And also in 2009, you began starring as Shirley Bennett on the comedy series Community. How did you land this role? And that's part one. And what was your favorite part about playing the role of Shirley Bennett?
Oh man, I mean, everything I've gotten for the most part as an actor is from auditioning. You just find out about it, and your agent gets you an audition, and you go in and try to win it. So I auditioned. I went in and auditioned for it, and after 3 or 4, I can't even remember. It's been so long ago. How many auditions? Maybe I think I had three times I had to go in, and I finally got it. And it was fun. I mean, Community is a great show. It's one that people can watch over and over again and find new things to see. The show has a lot of hidden Easter eggs and a lot of things behind the scenes that you don't necessarily catch the first time around. So a lot of people will watch and go, oh my God, I didn't know this was happening. And we did a whole episode where Danny Pudi, who plays Abed, is delivering a baby. Not even on, he's like behind us in various scenes, taking care of a pregnant woman who's having a kid. It had nothing to do with the episode. It was just something fun that they put in for people who paid attention to see. So it was like that every day, just a fun, hanging out with your friends and creating a fun show together. It was amazing.
Absolutely. Well, you did an amazing job. We just love you and everything. That's why the people love you. Also, let me just give you a congratulations. Shout out to your new project, a children's show on Disney Junior, an animated show called The Chicken Squad.
Yes, I'm so excited. Animation takes forever, you guys, to come out. So we've been working on Chicken Squad for about 2 years. So we were waiting. I got like today or 2 days ago when I posted is like the first time I've ever been able to show what my character looks like when drawn. Sean Stockman from Boys to Men is in here.
I know. Hey, Sean.
Hi,
hey, Mr. Sean.
John, I just saw Wanye yesterday. I hung out with Wanye all day yesterday. I love you. Thanks for popping in to say hi, friend. Yes. That's a legend right there, y'all.
I know. Oh, the water runs dry. Don't get me started.
Don't get me started on water runs dry.
Don't give me water runs
dry.
That
is actually very underrated. I mean, everybody loves the song, but I mean, when people talk about the album too from Boys to Men, they really sleep on that Water Runs Dry. That
Water Runs Dry was on that when they was Sean. We love you, Sean. I'm a fan. Janelle Beyonce is a fan. When y'all was standing in that desert and singing, we don't even talk anymore. Woo! We don't even know where we are.
Hey, Sean, where did you guys shoot that? Because it looked like y'all were in the middle of the Sahara. Where did you shoot Water Runs Dry?
It do look like y'all was in the middle of Sahara desert.
As I interview him from your show in the comments.
No, you fine. No, you good. I want to know too myself. Where did y'all shoot it? Did Bend the Knees?
Yeah.
Bend the Knee was...
Yeah, Bend the Knee was amazing. We were talking about, just thinking about music and how R&B, I'm sorry, I got to give Boys to Men their flowers since Sean is in here. I just might as well do it here. But R&B has really changed from when we were younger. When I was younger, everyone in R&B was grown, right? Mm-hmm. So we had maybe 1 or 2 artists that were our age or younger, but everyone else was like, Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, they were our parents' age. So my generation grew up with an appreciation for real singing, real harmony, real musicians. Yeah. And so when Boys to Men came in, they were our version of that. He said Las Cruces, New Mexico is where they shot it. Yes. So they were our version of that level of excellence, right? With the harmonies and the musicianship and writing their own songs and all that. Then as we got older and more younger people got opportunities to be musicians, and there's no shade to the younger people, but if you become a musician and you don't have an appreciation for the people that came before you and you don't revere their gifts and you don't learn how to play an instrument, the music suffers. So you end up with a lot more samples and stuff instead of new creations, right? And so now we have a whole generation that grew up listening to samples of samples of samples instead of someone sitting down at a piano or a guitar. Sean plays an amazing guitar, and keyboards. They're all ridiculously talented. But instead of them creating their own things, everything is derivative. So hi, Lindsay. Everything is derivative, so it's less of an opportunity for real music to be created. I mean, I'm thankful for people like Bruno Mars and John Legend who are still creating music, but everybody's in here. Tisha, who's on Big Shot with me, is in here. Maxwell, who's on Chicken Squad with me, is in here.
Hey, Maxwell.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. So, but
also on Mighty Ducks on Disney Plus. This is like a Disney Plus celebration. Sean, I am proud of you, honey, and I love you.
Yes, Sean, we love you. Yes.
And this is the thing. People don't even really know how freaking talented Sean is. There's songs that Sean wrote back when he was like 19 or 20.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've ever have been released or will be released, but I pray that some of the songs that were like not used on some of the albums that they wrote make their way out, because man, Boyz II Men, nobody.
Oh, and Lark Voorhees was in that video.
Bended Knee.
Yes, she was.
Kim Fields was in there.
Yeah, she didn't know Lark Voorhees from Lisa from Saved by the Bell. Lisa Turtle, honey. Yes, we love Sean. We'll go. Look, girl. You know Instagram only give us an hour, so girl, you already know we go all the day. No, you good. No,
John,
you good.
I'm gonna call you or text you because I want to just tell you how much I love you to you.
Yeah,
but thanks
Sean,
for popping in, man. That's so great.
Absolutely, Sean, you are a legend. We love some Boyz II Men. I grew up on Boyz II Men. So yes, congratulations on Chicken Squad.
Thank you.
It looked like a cute, fun little show.
Yeah, it's really great, and we have one of the actors, Maxwell, is in here, and it's 3 little chickens.
Oh, I love 3 little chickens. Yeah,
who are learning about how to be search and rescue chickens, how to help the backyard. And I'm the search and rescue dog, retired, that lives in the backyard with them, and I teach them about a lot of different things. You know,
Absolutely.
how to find missing items, and how to track down things that are people that are lost. And you know, it's great. It's on Disney Junior, so it's for the younger people, but every episode has music in it and a lesson. So it's really great. What's up, Kim Coles?
Yes,
everybody,
hey, Kim. Everybody in here. Hey, Kim.
What is happening? This is the Legends comment section.
I said the Legends came on in here today.
They coming through. They coming through.
They saw 2 beautiful people. Hey, Kim Coles, we love you, and living single. And also, yes, girl, all kinds of stuff, Kim Coles. Yeah,
this is like Legends Row right now. My God.
Yeah, in Living Color. Yeah, Kim Coles was in Living Color. Yes, we love Kim Coles. Yes, we do, honey. That's girl, we'll get into it. So let me go and get into it. Also, you appeared in countless commercials.
I did.
And TV appearances and iconic shows such as The War at Home, Girlfriends, Malcolm in the Middle, That's So Raven. Yes, and Half and Half. Amazing. What was it like quickly appearing in those predominantly black cast shows? And it ain't nothing like old shows, girl. Old school shows like that, they don't come like no more.
You know, it was iconic because I don't think people remember, younger people don't know or remember, but before the times we're in now, you had to be on television as a black person, you had to be on UPN or the CW doesn't, CW, but really UPN and also Fox back in the day. And so to get a nod to be on one of the black shows, it was like you really were with your people. Like it was just unapologetically black. Half and Half was Yvette Lee Bowser, and it was Rachel True and Essence Atkins. It was as black as they come.
Absolutely.
It was a blessing. Same thing with Girlfriends. It was just black. And so to learn the ropes of the industry with my people was really amazing. And it's carried me through the rest of my career. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Well, that's amazing. Quick break. How's your father doing?
He's doing okay. It was a rough day today. He's dementia's unwieldy, you guys, and I talk about it all the time. Like some days they're great and other days they're not, and he's going through a phase where he doesn't want to eat. And so I literally have been trying to find something that he wants to eat. And earlier today he was like, "Well, I want pizza." I was like, "What kind do you want?" I'm so excited. So I got him pizza and chicken wings, and I'm so excited. And I took it into him and came back to check like 30 minutes later, and he hadn't eaten any of it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I'm like really at my wit's end right now with him. So it was not a great day for us as a team today.
Well, all I can say is I'm praying for you. Please. And your dad is amazing. I never met him, but I knew that when you was working on Community, you took a back seat to take care of your dad, and that's awesome because being a caregiver is a wonderful thing. Yeah. And your family always come first. So prayers to your dad, and I hope everything is okay with him and your mom, your lovely mother, and everything that's going on with you, Mrs. I just love everything about your child.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, in 2018, you served as the moderator of the iconic show, The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
How was that experience? Are you a Walking Dead fan? How did that go?
Yes, I'm a very big Walking Dead fan. I think you're talking about when I was at Madison Square Garden where I hosted there.
Yes.
Chris Hardwick, who's the amazing host of Talking Dead, I think he had a wedding. I think one of his best friends was getting married, and he couldn't host at Madison Square Garden, and so they asked me to do it. So we did I think it was the season 6 premiere in front of 30,000 people. It was the biggest crowd of people I've ever moderated or hosted in front of, and everyone was lovely. And I knew the cast. I love the cast, so it was like just basically talking to my friends about a show that I love in front of 30,000 other people who love it. So it was exciting. It was exciting. Scary, but exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And also in 2019, you wrote, keyword wrote, the independent and directed the future Always a Bridesmaid.
I didn't direct it. I just wrote it and produced it.
Trey wrote it and produced it. Okay, correct me.
Yeah, Trey Haley directed it. Yeah, it was a film I wrote 20 years ago that became a film. I had no idea the script would be so well received, and I worked with Tridestin Productions, and it became a movie. And thank God, BET aired it. BET's airing it right now. It's on demand on BET. It did a year on Netflix, and now it's back on BET. And yeah, it's a sweet romantic comedy.
Y'all be sure y'all go check out Always a Bridesmaid, a romantic comedy. Now I know it was set for fall release.
Always a Bridesmaid?
Yeah, was it?
Oh no, it came out in 2019. We're already on the other side. It came out in 2019. It did its job on BET. Then it went on Netflix for a year, and now it's back on BET. So it's been out 2 years now.
Yeah, okay, girl. But look, I'm glad that you wrote. You say you didn't direct, but you wrote and produced, and that's amazing. You're doing that. Yes.
Thank you.
Also, congrats on being inducted into the Warrensville Heights High School Hall of Fame.
Don't say the year. Don't say the year. Don't you tell nobody the year.
Don't tell nobody the year.
That's my high school.
Yes, you served in the SAG and AFTRA in 2019 and 2021 on the national board.
Mm-hmm. Yes, board. Yeah.
Yes, congratulations on doing that, honey.
Thank you.
Somebody laughing, girl. Look, you look fabulous, girl. Don't matter. Look, I tell people my age. I'm 38.
Yeah, you gonna be 38 and tell people your age. I'm not 38, so I don't tell people my age. Good for you. However, I'm trying to keep working in this business, so I don't tell nobody my age.
Yes, and you was also talking about, you also worked alongside the handsome and sexy Mr. John Stamos. Oh my God, I tell you right now, John Stamos does not age one bit.
Doesn't. Not at all.
In Big Shot. How did that project come along real quick, and how was it working with Uncle Jesse from Full House?
I mean, like I said, like every other thing, you just find out about it from your agent and you audition and you hope that you get it. John is wonderful. He's good looking. Everybody knows he's good looking.
Oh yeah, he's very handsome.
He's also really kind. He's a good man. He's a nice man, and it's been a pleasure working with him. We just did our first season. The show debuts on April 16th. And so now we're just waiting to see if people like it, and hopefully we'll get a second season and we can continue.
Absolutely. Look at you. Look booked and busy, child. Somebody in the comments earlier said booked and busy.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep the lights on.
Oh, you got to, girl. It's a lot. Look, I tell people all the time, COVID ain't went nowhere, y'all. COVID didn't go to Jupiter. COVID did not go to Nassau.
It did not. No, it did
not.
So
I'm going to need y'all to sit y'all butts down. Y'all out here partying like it's 1999 and like it's a Johnson family vacation.
True that. I love this South African music girl said John Stamos looks like he smells good. He does.
Oh, he looked like John Stamos is everything. He's like a bag of chips, honey.
And the show is called Big Shot, you guys. It airs on Disney Plus on April 16th. It starts airing.
Yes. Oh, look, Miss Yvette, you from Cleveland. You know bologna sandwich.
Yes.
You know, a good old rag bologna sandwich and some barbecue chips. That's what John Stamos looked like. Some barbecue chips and a bologna sandwich. And some strawberry Kool-Aid.
And you know what's so funny? Somebody just called me Nicole in the comments. I get called Nicole so much, and my name's Yvette. It's so weird. I know Nicole's my middle name, but it's so weird that people just toss that Yvette aside and call me Nicole all the time. I just talk to them about this.
I know you say it's Yvette, but you know what people did? I think what it is too, Miss Yvette, is people mispronounce your name. So they say, let me just say Nicole. Nicole seems easier for me. But
yeah,
I don't see how Miss Yvette is not hard to pronounce.
But this is what's crazy though. I don't think you get to pick what name you want to call somebody. That's what's funny to me. Like if I met somebody and their name was Stanislav Micheline, I can't go, your name is Micheline, your name is Stanislav. Now I either need to figure out how to say it or tell you, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Can you pronounce your name for me? But I'd rather a Yvette and an Yvette or a Yvette than a Nicole when my name ain't Nicole.
name ain't Nicole. It's Miss
My
Yvette.
middle name is. I mean, it's close enough.
Middle name is Nicole,
not,
but it's Yvette Brown, y'all. Miss Yvette. Yvette, y'all.
But it's cool.
Yvette.
I'm making a bigger deal out of it right now than I've ever really cared to do because it just doesn't matter.
But she said y'all cool at the other side of the pillow.
Yeah, it's fine. It's really okay. And this is the funny thing too, guys. I think it's I don't know that it is the mispronunciation. I kind of feel like I think Yvette just doesn't stick. I think Nicole is just a stronger name. I think Yvette Nicole lingers and Yvette doesn't. So when they say, I say, hi, I'm Yvette Nicole Brown. They go, hi, Nicole. I just go, okay. It's just, I don't know. I just
you don't know. And you also won some money. Congratulations for your organization, DonorsChoose.org, playing as a contestant for the iconic game, Wheel of Fortune.
Yes, I love
the celebrity edition. How was that experience working along the iconic, legendary Pat Sajak and Vanna White?
It was amazing. Wheel of Fortune is a great show, and I was really honored to be asked to be on it and to win for Donors Choose, which is a great organization for children and teachers. It was wonderful. I mean, you saw my face on the show. I was like the whole time just totally geeked. So you know, I pinch myself often about you know, what God has done in my life and how grateful I am that I'm able to work in this industry and all the ways that all the places and different genres I've been allowed to work in, and game shows is one of the things that I love. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and we all grew up with Wheel of Fortune. Fortune, like, you know, Pat Sajak and Vanna White, they're so iconic. Like my grandmother, who, bless her heart, who passed away in 95, we grew up on All My Children, Young and the Restless, The Wheel of Fortune, you know, what's the damn game? Jeopardy.
Yeah.
All that. Yeah, like those are iconic shows.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, like Missy, I'm glad we're about to get into this next topic because we got enough time. Because I'm ready to hear your take on it. Now, you also are no stranger to politics. You endorse and campaign for Elizabeth Warren in 2020 in the Democratic Party presidential primaries, which brings me to question: what were your thoughts? First of all, let me just spit this out. Then I want to just say, I want to hear what you got to say and go. What were your thoughts when you heard about the insurrection, the number 45 calls on January the 6th, 2021, and then he was acquitted and let off like nothing happened, when we clearly see it on video, him saying, let's storm down Pennsylvania Avenue and all that stuff. So what were your thoughts when you heard about all this? Excuse me for cussing, all this shit that's going on.
Yeah, let me say first that I actually had 3 candidates for Democratic. I supported Kamala, Julian, and Elizabeth equally. By the time it was time for me to vote, Elizabeth was the only one still in the running. We lost Kamala and Julian early on, which I'm still mad about. So I did endorse Elizabeth, but I don't want it to seem like I was tossing. She's amazing and would have been an amazing president, but I thought she and Kamala and Julian would have all been amazing presidents or vice presidents. So I want to make sure that's clear. I want to give everybody their love, and I love Joe Biden. Like I think that he was the right choice in hindsight as we look back on all of it and seeing how racist this country is. As much as I would like to believe that they would have let a woman, a Black woman, or a Latino man in. I know what I know now, they wouldn't have. And the only way we could have gotten that viper out is by another white man. That's what America is. So I want to make sure I say that. I'm
glad you said that.
In regards to the insurrection, the racist, seditious, treasonous insurrection, that is America. And in the same way that they were welcomed in and people took selfies with them and they were politely escorted out after they had trashed the place and smeared feces on the walls and destroyed John Lewis's statue, they got to go back to their hotels and drink their brewskis in the lobby and talk about what a great time they had storming the castle. And meanwhile, when a Black woman shows up in Georgia to witness the signing and the taking away of our rights as Black people to vote, she's escorted out as if she's a criminal. So all of this
just for knocking on a door.
Just for knocking on a door. So all of this is very frustrating to me. But as you see, my tone of voice is very calm, because if I were to be as upset as all of us with melanin should be in this country,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would explode into flames. So I've chosen
me too.
to just be calm and discuss the situation and understand that it's not fair. And it is what it is at this point.
Absolutely. And they should have impeached his ass.
I mean,
He
they
was
did
guilty.
impeach him, but just the government, the Senate, which was run by other complicit Republican white men, would not remove him. So
Absolutely.
he was impeached. He was.
Yes, he was impeached, but they acquitted his ass. And I want to shout out to the amazing House Democratic managers, Jamie Raskin, Joe Neguse, and all the amongst the others. But let's give flowers to our Caribbean sister, Miss Stacey Plaskett, honey.
Amazing. She's amazing.
When I tell you the way she sit up there with style and grace, and I think she's a Delta too. She's a Delta.
Is she? Oh, I would know.
I think she's a Delta. So she stood up because I know you're AKA, honey. Yes.
I love the Deltas though. This is what we do. We love to dig.
Yeah, go back and forth.
Yeah.
Yes. But she set up there with style and grace, and how she said to stop the certification. And I also like when she said that we didn't need more witnesses. We needed more senators with spines.
Right.
I like that.
All true.
We needed more senators with spines, not more witnesses.
All true.
Girl, I can't even get into it. Like, I'm like you. I want to be calm because I will explode, and this will be a whole nother topic of a show. But I'm just saying it's. I always say, what's done in the dark comes to the light, and karma comes back on people. And yes, they knew, like the senators knew that Miss Stacey Plaskett presented a well case. She presented a very well case. All of them did, but they still was no, he's not guilty. Child, I don't even want to get into it.
Hot mess. It's a hot mess.
It's a hot mess. Yes, it is. Now, real quick, before we get into some questions real quick, what advice can you give someone who wants to get into the entertainment industry, Miss Yvette?
I mean, oh gosh, volumes have been written about this. You just have to make sure it's what you're called to do, and you have to make sure that you're professional, on time, and don't be the liability or the problem on set, and study the craft you say you want to be a part of. So you need to get some books. You need to read up. Google is your friend. I get a lot of people that send me DMs and they say, I want to be an actor. How do I do it? And I'm like, if you want to be a doctor, you wouldn't call a doctor and go, I want to be a doctor. How do I do it? You would go on Google and you would research, how do I become a doctor? And then you would start buying books and taking classes and all of that. And it's the same thing for any industry that you want to be in. And further, you also wouldn't go to a doctor and say, I want to be a doctor, get me into your hospital. Doesn't work like that either. So it's the same thing with acting. It's not as simple as saying, finding an actor and going, I want to be an actor, get me on your show. Oh, so many steps before that can happen. Now, for certain people, like if you're young and white and beautiful and maybe from another country, you can walk in here and the country, the city will just open up.
Or you're born into a family that's already
right. There's things like that, 100%. But for most of us, and especially if you're a person of color, it just doesn't work like that. So you have to make sure that you study to show thyself approved and do your work. And then when you find an actor that you want to ask questions to, have actual detailed questions. Like I've read up and I know that I need to get an agent. These are the 5 agents that I've researched. Do you know anything about these 5 agencies? Or I heard that taking classes are great. I took classes with this person and they deal more with the Stanislavski method. Or do you know anything about that? Do you know a good scene study? Like those are targeted questions that show the person you're talking to that you have done the basics, right? And if it's something that you say you love and that you really want to do, you will do the basics. So
absolutely.
Read a book. How do you get into the industry? You read a book. You start by reading a book.
Many
of them. There's so
many acting. Yes, so many acting books just on acting and how to be a thespian.
Yeah.
And also take.
Let me say this. Lacey Hill says a lot of actors don't want to help. What do you mean we don't want to help? Help in what way? What are other actors supposed to do for you as you start off if you haven't done anything for yourself to start off? And this is not being hateful or rough, but I'm saying what exactly Celebrities don't want to share or help what? What can they share? What can Kerry Washington say to you at the middle of her career as you start your career that's going to help you besides saying you need to read a book on acting or take a class? What really can they do for you besides steer you towards the same books that they read when they started out or steer you towards the same classes that they took? There's nobody that can hold out their hand and go, come on and act. And also, this is the thing you're missing, you guys. This is a multi-million-dollar business. If you are someone like Ava DuVernay and you are doing a mini series about the Exonerated Five and you are in a position to hire people, why would you hire someone that has never read a book about the craft they say they want to do? And what would that person bring to set when they are on set with people that have studied their craft and have worked for years, and you gonna walk in, you don't know what a mark is. You don't know when somebody says back to one, what that means. You don't know what it means to know your lines or to run lines. You don't know the basics. Teach yourself the basics.
Girl, look, I had to pull my fan out.
No, but I'm saying, like, what we're not going to do is act like because somebody didn't hand you a career that you say you want, that it's something wrong with them or they're acting haughty. No, do your work. Do your work. And once you are ready,
together.
Once you're prepared and you know your stuff and you're ready for your opportunity, then the opportunity will meet you. When they have studied but can't get a break. I feel like you need to bring Lacey into the live because right now she's grieving my spirit because what I'm hearing from you, Lacey, is as if the things that have not worked out for you the way you would want. And guess what, boo? Life don't work out for none of us the way we want. But the whole thing is, how bad do you want it? And if you want it bad and you put 10 years and it still hasn't happened for you, then you put in another 10 years. Did you miss where I said I wrote Always a Bridesmaid 20 years ago? I wrote it in 1999. It did not make it onto a screen until 2019. So you want to talk to me about long suffering and waiting for your shots? Come on, y'all, do better.
Come on, y'all, do better. And also when preparation meets opportunity. And also I learned, take acting classes, y'all. Learn the craft. Even actors today, like people like Denzel Washington, he even said, look, Denzel Washington's an amazing actor. He said he still takes classes to this day. Just to get to be brushed up on his skills, to make sure that he knows. It's always room for growth. So here's the thing about Miss Lacey. Miss Lacey, no one's gonna give you a handout. You gotta work hard. Like even in the Bible, it said, the sweat of your brow, you will produce the fruits of your labor from the sweat of your brow. But you gotta put in the work.
And let me say this too, Lacey, and I hope you're still in here because I want you to hear this. When I was doing co-stars, so co-stars are like one or two lines in a show. And you listen, you got to fight for those two. When I was doing co-stars, I remember saying to myself, I didn't say it to nobody else, I had enough sense not to say it to nobody else. But I said to myself, well, why can't I do a guest star? I don't know why I got to wait. Just had a little fit in my house to myself about why my career wasn't progressing as I hoped it would. And so God said, oh, okay, you ready? You ready to do a guest star? Okay, well, let me give you a guest star. So I booked a role on a show called For the People. Now, some of these phrases, if you haven't done your work, you might know some of these phrases, but it was a long tracking shot, which meant that the shot began way far away from where I was. So the way this shot was set up, around the corner, two people are walking down the hallway having a conversation. The camera is pulling out, following them as they turn the corner. As they turn the corner, somebody slips and falls on some ice. The two people stop to pick the person up, make sure they're okay. The shot continues down. It finds Leah Thompson, the star of the show, and then a barista, me, walks in, puts down a mug of coffee and says, double mocha espresso for one. And then she says her line. I leave the scene. Esai Morales comes in and has a conversation with her. They get up, walk out the scene, and the rest of the scene continues around the corner. Now, what I described is one hell of a shot. One shot. So guess what? The two people start walking, they talk, they turn the corner, the person slips on the ice, they pick the person up, they come around, they find Leah Thompson, and I come in and say my line before the camera has risen to my face. So what do they have to do? They got to start the whole thing over again because of me. So everybody has to go back to one. We start over. They walk, they talk, the person falls on the ice, they help them up, they come, they get to Leah Thompson. The camera comes to my face. I say the line before it gets my whole face in. They have to start the scene all the way over again. Guess what? The scene is not about the barista giving the espresso. The scene is about Esai Morales coming in to get Leah Thompson and going and talking about what the show is really about. We had to redo that shot 4 or 5 times because of me. And why? Because I was not ready for the opportunity. I spent the rest of that night and the entire next day in fetal position on the floor of my apartment going, why? Why? And it's because I raced ahead when I wasn't ready. So I'm saying all of this to you to say, run your race. Do not bring your mess and your need to be seen or need to race ahead to $1 million set and cause all of those people to have to reset again and again and again because you are not ready.
You just said an earful. But you know why I like what you just said, Miss Yvette? I'm an entertainer. You're an entertainer. Me being a journalist and doing this home cook convos journalist, people look at this and they say, oh, it looks like it's easy. But what people fail to realize, you have to work hard to make something look easy. Just because you sit on the street and somebody else doing something don't mean, oh, I can get up there and do it. You don't know that person took years. It takes preparation. You got to know, like me doing this show, I have to make sure I know about my guests. I have to make sure I know about what they did. Yes, it's good for us to kiki and get up here and talk, but we can't get up here, Miss Yvette. Can you still hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Now I can't. I'm hearing myself, but I cannot you. Let me go out and come back in. I'm going to go out and come back in.
Y'all, this conversation is getting good. So she gonna come back in here. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if the sound is clear. Let me know if y'all can hear me good. Let me know. I hear an echo too. Okay, you hear an echo? Okay, I cut the fan off. Wait. Okay, let me do it. Sound good. Okay. Oh, I know, girl. I know. Nipple might pop out.
Okay. I'm still hearing myself back. That's so weird. I can't hear you. I hear myself back to me. You guys hear that too? Yeah, it's weird. It's like, hold on, let me try one. Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
No, it's still, you guys hear me twice? Yeah, it's weird. I can't hear you at all. I just keep hearing myself back to me.
I can hear an echo. Well, Miss Yvette, see if you can go out and come back in, and then and then we'll do it like that, and I'll take the earpiece out.
Okay.
Y'all, this how technology work, girl. Let me go on and do it like this. We make it go on and do what it do. Yeah, I hear an echo, but it's almost at the end, y'all. We got through it. Oh, I can hear it. I can hear the echo. Somebody, okay, there she is.
Can you hear me now?
I think it was the earpieces.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine now. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah,
okay,
it was the earpieces.
I think maybe that's what it was. But I'm good now. We good? Okay.
We good.
Okay, well, I was making sure. I said, oh, Lord Jesus. Well, throughout the show, was the sound good throughout the show? Could you hear me then?
I could hear you the whole show. It's just towards the end, it started to do something weird. I think when you put the earpieces in, it started to do something.
I took them out. I said, let me go and take them out. So basically, guys, what I'm just trying to say is you got to do your work. Like, if Felicia Rashad said in the Cosby Show, she said, people look at something on the streets and see and think it looks like it's easy because they see somebody else doing it. But you got to understand, you have to work hard to make something look easy.
Yeah.
You got to work hard.
Know this, sorry to cut you off. What me talking to Lacey, you guys, was in love. Because she seemed to be carrying around this feeling that she deserved something that wasn't being given to her. And there's nothing you're owed. There's nothing that any of us do where we are owed something. Everything that we get that's wonderful is a blessing. And it is what it is. And you don't get to be upset because you think somebody got your blessings in their pocket. Nobody is holding on to your blessings. Nobody. It's just not your time yet. And you just got to wait until it's your time. Keep working, keep studying, keep learning and growing, of course. But you gain nothing by deciding that you don't have what you need because somebody won't give it to you.
Absolutely.
And that goes for my brother and sisters too. Like, as Black people, you know, yes, we know that we live in a racist country, but at a certain point, we can't let the fact that they hate us and they don't want anything for us to stop us from continuing to thrive and to strive, right? So you got to remember that, and we got to watch what we say and how we present ourselves. Because the other thing, Lacey, the way you presented that could have, maybe I wanted to help you and I see that and I'm like, well, she seemed like she hating on people that ain't got back to her yet. So why would I step into that? Right? Mm-hmm. You gotta come to people with a bit of humility, and you gotta do exactly what you know to do, and trust that if you are called to it, and you should only be doing this job or any other job if you are called to it. If you are called to it, you got to know that when it's the right time for you, God will say, come on here, baby. Now it's your turn. You know, but you got to remember, the turn you get may not be the turn you expect. Because if we're doing all this stuff for the good of the kingdom anyway, then you don't get to decide how you're used. So maybe you think you're going to be a movie star, an Oscar winner, and God is like, no, I want you to be an actor, but I want you to do community theater. Because a lot of broken people are going to come to that show, and I want you to minister to them from the stage. Mm-hmm. So I need you to stay in your hometown and be in that community theater. Now, that's still acting. Say you want to be an actor. Might not be fame, but then you need to question what you're really after.
Absolutely. Bottom line, Miss Yvette, and I always tell, like I said, you got, like, doing your job, Miss Yvette, doing my job, you got to work hard to make something look easy. You always got to do the work. Preparation meets opportunity, and patience is the virtue, and what's designed for you is designed for you.
Yep.
Absolutely. And also, Miss Yvette, real quick, then we'll get into one question in here, then I'll let you go on your merry way. And I appreciate you coming on my show.
My pleasure. I told you I do it. I keep my word.
I love you. Like I said, we family now, so we'll always stay in contact. You know, I always like all your stuff, and I always look at all you.
Yes, you do. I know
all
you
got going on.
Thank you.
So I always commend you on that. What gets Miss Yvette through difficult storms and times? Real quick, what do you do when you go through a difficult storm? What do you do to get through those times?
You know, I pray. That's the first stop. I talk to God. I talk to my friends. I talk to my therapist. Mm-hmm. You know, I've got a lot of great friends. A few of them are even in here today. I see you, Amber. I have a lot of friends that if I get quiet for too long, they'll be like, you okay? You want to talk about it? What's going on? You know? And sometimes you need that. Like, sometimes I'm an introvert, so sometimes I do need to go into my little cave and figure it out myself. But then there's sometimes where, you know, you're in your cave and you're hiding out because your heart is broken or you're sad about something. And you actually do need somebody to knock on the door and go, can I come in the cave with you? Or can you come out the cave and sit outside with me? You know, and so it's important to have friends that do that. It's important, you know, and I think it's also important to share when things are not great. Like I posted something on my Instagram a couple of days ago about, you know, people just basically showing their highlight reel and people acting like they're living their best life. And, you know, your best life doesn't need validation, right? If you really are living your best life, you're too busy living it to wonder how many likes you got on the post, right? You're welcome, Lacey. It's my pleasure, babe. So the whole idea of it is we're in these social media spaces and these bubbles where we are presenting, right? This is me. This is my new show. Watch my show. Or this is my new hairstyle. Or this is my new whatever. But we don't always post when we have a bad day. You know, when the stuff went down with my dad, you know, I was, you know, I'm tempted to go, oh, let me reach out and tell her it's a bad day. And I'm like, no, I promised her I would do this. I'm going to show up how I am today. And I'm going to be honest about how I am today. It was a tough day as a caregiver today. And I'm sad that my dad isn't eating. That's the truth. So instead of acting like life is great, and sometimes life isn't great, guys. Sometimes things are hard. Sometimes you're working through something, but you still have to show up. You still have to honor the promises you made to your friends. You still have to be there, you know, and you have to be there for yourself. And also, if I'm a person of faith and I say that I trust God, then God knows my daddy ain't eating right now. He knows that I'm upset and worried about him not eating, and God is going to rectify the situation, or he's not. But either way, we're going to be all right.
Yes,
Jeremiah
we are. But
29:11 said that we are. Yes.
I want to give you a virtual hug and tell you I love you.
Love you too, honey.
But because you still made a commitment. I know you say you coming on my show, but you could have easily, like you was going through a lot with your dad today. Yeah. You could have easily said, hey, Janelle, I can't do it tonight. Can we reschedule you? But you said, nope, I made a commitment. Let me go do the show. We're not going to be on her that long. Let me just do the show and talk to her, because I don't want to be somebody that is not a woman of my word. You know? If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And that's the thing that drives me. I always tell people there's no gray area. There's no straddling the fence. Either you do it or you don't. It's either a yay or a nay. When someone reaches out to you and asks you to do something, if you can't do it, just say, I cannot do it. Thank you for the opportunity. Then that person moves on. But when you keep that person straddling, oh, I think I can do it. Let me get back to you in 2 weeks. And then that person waiting for you, and they still haven't heard nothing back from you. Now you got that person like, okay, you say you may do it, but are you gonna do it? My thing is like, just give me a yes or no. Either you can do it, because if you can't do it, that's fine. Then I can find somebody else that can. But don't let me keep in limbo saying, well, let me not do this because this person said that they will let me know within 2 days, and you still haven't heard nothing back. But be a man or a woman of your word.
Yeah, I mean, the Bible says, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. Right? That's biblical.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Miss Yvette, you have been a delight. I want to thank you. You already answered Lacey's question, which was a lot that you told her.
I'm sorry, Lacey.
No, but it was very educational. So, guys, we're not going to really have time to really get into the other questions, because Instagram won't give you an hour. We're already getting close to the hour. But Miss Yvette, I love you.
I love you.
I hope everything goes okay with your dad, and he starts eating again, and you just keep being the amazing caregiver that you are.
Thank you.
Keep giving us great work like you do. I'm excited about the animated series. I'm excited about everything you're doing, big shots, and just keep on. And like I said, you keep being the humble spirit that you are. God is going to keep elevating you to the next level.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Yes, but I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to Home Cook Convos.
Guys.
So what I'm gonna do, Miss Yvette, I always save all my shows to my IGTV.
Yes.
And then you dropped a lot of nuggets in here, and then I'll tag you in some nuggets, and then if you want to reshare them on your story, because you said a lot of things that a lot of people need to hear that you said to Miss Lacey. So I catch a bit of that and then share it with you, and you can share it on your platform.
I will do. And hey to all my sorors, my Sans was in here, and everybody that popped in. Layla was in here. Hey everybody, thank you for popping in and listening to us.
And I'm sorry guys, like the show was good up until the end, but up towards the end the technology got a little crazy. But look, Miss Yvette, we worked through it, didn't we?
We did. We made it work.
We made it work. We made it do what it do. But I love you. Thank you for everything, for always supporting me, and I'm gonna keep supporting you, and I love you. Okay.
Bye, Soros. I see all my Soros.
Everybody.
Hey, Algernon, love you, baby. All right. Bye, Natasha.
Bye-bye.
See you, babe.